Our first guest tonight is an Emmy-nominated performer and best-selling author you know from her shows like Strangers with Candy and At Home with Amy Sedaris. You can see her in the second season of Girls 5 Eva, which is streaming now on Peacock. Let's take a look.
Your father and I walked the devil's path, and it was a dark one.
We had no moral compass, no regard for tomorrow, just dopamine, thrills.
Waking up in a truck bed beside a civic center, kind of all wet with like coins all stuck to me.
Please welcome back to the show our dear friend, Amy Sedaris. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me on.
So great to see you again.
It's really good to see you. No jacket.
I know.
like this.
I got a little more casual over a pandemic. Yeah. I was like, nothing matters. Yeah. It's really nice to have you back. One of the things why did you bring out a mug, by the way?
Oh, I'm going to get you to sign it later for an auction I'm doing, which I'll get to.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
You can feel free to set it down.
Okay, okay.
Okay, great.
Oh, yeah, you don't give water here? Do you have water here?
Yeah, we have water here.
Oh, look at that jug. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to fill it up too much because you're going to have to sign it.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
But we've always talked about how your home is full of wonderful objects. But
have we talked about that?
We have.
I have been decluttering like crazy.
Okay.
It's been very stressful. I don't know, having to say goodbye to things. Things I never thought I'd get rid of, I'm getting rid of.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of anxiety. I lost 6 pounds doing it. You know, and I had some friends helping me, and they were like, you have to make a quick decision. You're going to keep it or you're going to get rid of it. It's hard.
And you have some photos of some of the things. Now, I think after you gave that setup, people might be surprised by some of these items, because I think no one here would keep this.
Really? What?
Well, let's start with some of your books. This is a book called Asthma and Eczema.
Yeah, I don't have... That's a page turner. It's really good. It's a little dry. Yeah, I'm giving it away.
You gave it away.
I'm going to give it away.
You're going to give it away.
The auction is going to be, Cure Thrift store.
Okay.
It's kind of in our neighborhood,
Okay,
3rd
yeah,
and 13th. And we're going to do an online auction.
Oh, great.
And all the money goes to diabetes research. Plus, I'll probably throw in some rabbit, places in there.
Gotcha.
And then my brother is doing he has a new book coming out. And June 2nd, he's doing an event in Brooklyn, and I can just give away stuff on a display table. So I have 3 bins of like palm size, like a wooden mushroom, things like that. Yeah.
This is another book that I can imagine. This one's harder to part with, because this seems so useful.
Oh, yeah.
Microwave for One.
Well, I don't have a microwave.
Well, there you go.
So that's why I'm giving that away.
So it seems like of all your books, you got rid of the ones where you don't have a microwave, asthma, or eczema.
You never know when guests come over.
What is this? Are you getting rid of this?
Okay, that is a rusty nail wind chime that
Okay.
Todd Oldham made for me.
Okay, wonderful.
And it was
Todd
for
Oldham's great.
people with bipolar. That way when you're in the upswing, downswing, it's about crafts for people with that disability. So maybe when you're depressed, you take a handful of nails and you throw them in your backyard.
Okay.
And then when spring comes, you go get those nails and they'll have rust on them.
Okay.
Which is pretty. And then you hang them up. But the problem is that now with nails, is it galvanized? Is that how you say it?
Yeah,
they
I
don't
think
rust.
that's right.
So I had to go on eBay and get these rusty nails.
So you went on eBay and you got pre-rusted nails.
Yes, there's a lot of guys selling rusty nails on eBay. And I paid $7 and he sent me a lot.
Okay. What kind of guy, when you picture a guy selling rusty nails, what do you think it is?
Yeah, you know.
This is this a clipboard?
Yes.
Okay.
The problem with that clipboard is that it's too long.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's too long for my body.
Okay.
Hold it up and it's just like comes,
So the problem's not that it has a human intestine drive?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna get big bucks for that. Yeah.
What are these?
Children's crutches, because I have them because when people come to my house and they have kids, I'm like, do you want to play with the crutches? And let me tell you, nobody wants to see their kids playing with crutches.
Uh-huh. So you have these just not for kids who are injured. You have these for healthy kids
To
who
play
might-
in.
Yeah.
To play with crutches.
They
I mean,
look
we
like
always...
they look like from a bygone era as well.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Those are like Little Women crutches.
It's so true.
And now this is interesting. Do you think this will move?
Oh, it says Jew. It's initials of somebody. Julie Ellen Wordis.
Okay.
But it says Jew, so hopefully a Jewish person.
Yeah.
Well,
Either
hi.
someone with those initials, or more likely, a Jewish person will be drawn to it.
Well-
I also, I want to ask about Tina real quick.
Oh, Yes.
So we've talked about your rabbit Tina over the years. It should be noted at one of the first times you were on, you took Tina to the vet, and Tina was a boy.
Yes, after 4 years.
Okay. So there's Tina.
Look at Tina the other day. Look at that leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Tina. You know, when I got her, I did your show, and I had just gotten Tina. What is it? 9 years ago
Yeah.
or 10 years ago. My problem is the people that watch Tina for me when I go away on big jobs. They're moving.
Oh, no.
So now I'm really, I go to bed like this because I'm worried I have to find somebody who can watch Tina for me.
Is it a lot of work to rabbit sit Tina?
Well, no, most rabbits, I mean, just in case, you know,
Yeah.
rabbits can get sick like that because they don't speak like most animals. they try to communicate through their actions. So I really want someone who knows about rabbits.
Because your current babysitter's like, no, Tina's.
Yeah, I met him at
they're
a rabbit
connected.
conference.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Which they don't do anymore. New Rochelle.
They canceled the.
Yes.
You met them at a real rabbit conference?
Yes.
Oh my God.
But now I speak to them on Thump magazine, which is another. Yes.
Oh, you subscribe to Thump?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
So,
people do look like they're, you know, rabbit conferences, when people say, oh, people look like they're animals, it's like everybody's got, like, buck teeth.
yeah,
It's
there's
true.
there's a carrot bar.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. Well, I used to sell stuff, but they don't buy things. Rabbit owners don't.
They don't buy things.
They're pretty cheap.
Wait, did you find anything while you were decluttering that it was too dear to get rid of?
Lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Which I brought this mug out because you got to sign this because I
Okay.
can put this in a.
Oh.
Ah! God, see, I told you. I'm sorry. Oops.
Are you sorry? How can you be sorry? That was the greatest payoff. I feel like I
Yeah,
was
you
just in
gotta
a
sign it.
Hitchcock movie.
Because I have Letterman's, I complimented Letterman once. He had tassels on his loafers, and he ripped them off and he gave them to me.
Really?
But I'm going to keep those.
Oh, you're
And,
gonna
you know,
keep the tassels?
And Martha Stewart is having a tag sale also.
Really?
Same time I am. Yeah,
That's
competition's
fantastic.
on.
All right, hold on, I'm gonna sign
And
this
when I
for you.
did Conan O'Brien once, I had like a wood carved squirrel, and I turned it into you know, to smoke pot out of, like a
Okay.
bong. And I brought it on Conan, and I handed it to Martha, and it still had pot in the chamber. I'm auctioning that off.
You really?
Yeah.
So you got it, but she didn't ever smoke it. You just gave it.
I
To
don't know. Yeah.
Wait, we were talking about rabbit sitting, and I do want to ask.
Okay.
Were you, as a younger person, did you ever babysit?
I was a horrible babysitter.
Why were you horrible? I'm surprised.
I was really, a minute the parents left, I was like, you go to bed now. I don't care what, you go now, right now. And then I'd make them go to bed. Of course, I'd eat everything, ransack the place.
Yeah.
And then I was addicted to Barbara Streisand, and that's back in Rona Barrett. You know, they had those magazines, so I would, you know, cut up pictures of Barbara Streisand that were in the gossip magazines.
So you would go through their home
Ransack it.
and you would cut out. I mean, I would say there might be nothing more haunting than dropping off the babysitter, coming back home, flipping through your magazines, and just like cut all the Barbara Streisands are gone.
I know. It was terrible.
Yeah, well.
Or I'd double book. I'd say yes to a lot of people because I didn't want to turn people down. And then, yeah.
That's
I
good.
was-
People do like to find out at the last minute the babysitter's not coming.
Sorry, but I'm sending someone named Ricky over. Yeah, that never worked out. But I wanted to talk about this dress. When I go shopping with David,
Yes,
David
that's your
talked me in-
brother.
my brother David, he talked me into getting this dress because it's unflattering.
Okay.
And the tulle is up here. And one time I talked David into buying a pair of women's slacks at Agnes B where it zipped up the back. And he was at a urinal. I didn't want to, so I might auction this dress off.
It's
because it
beautiful. I
really-
like that dress. I don't think it's unflattering.
I feel like I'm pregnant. That's what it feels like.
I guess it doesn't look like seated. There's some flaws. Yeah.
Yeah, he goes.
But
oh,
when you
I-
walked out, oh my goodness, yeah. It was like up here, and then as you
Yeah.
sat, it was like. No,
I'm gonna auction it off.
I think.
Yeah, whatever.
I think it looks very beautiful, and I'm very happy to be a part of this auction. I'm going to try to get you some
thanks
more
for
stuff as
signing
well.
it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I have like a U-Haul. I have
Okay.
a lot. My place was looking like, you know what Silence of the Lambs when they go into that
Yeah.
storage unit?
Yeah.
That's what my house was starting to look like.
Right. That's
Clutter
yeah.
on clutter. Terrible. But yeah, it was
All right.
really
Well, this
hard.
is good, and I'm glad that everybody, that both diabetics and rabbit owners will benefit from this. Two communities who deserve it. Thank you so much for being here. It's
Oh, it
always
went
such
by
a
so
delight to see you.
fast.
It does go by so
I'm
fast.
so sorry.
That's really funny. You knew what you were doing. Amy Sedaris, you knew. Girls 5 Eva, streaming now on Peacock.